Good morning, SB. Back in here with another live stream. Past couple of days, boy, I did so much work. Woo! Oh my goodness. But still not done. I got the majority of the big portion. Got the majority of a big portion chopped out. Took a couple of days off of streaming, had to get that done, man. These contracts coming through. So sometimes I have to go and take care of business. But today, I was looking at the market yesterday afternoon after I got back, and I saw IGMS had quite a bit of some action yesterday. I do have a couple of things that I just don't know about with I do have a couple of things with IGMS that I just don't know about. They're doing common offerings around the price of, and I'll show you in the news where this is. Where is it? Where'd it go? IGMS. Okay, so these common offerings, this public offering here, yesterday they were like, okay, well we'll have a public offering of $20.44 in yesterday's news. Now here this morning they said, well, we'll have a public offering of about $23 on IGMS. So I think it's going to be going down either way it goes, because in order for them to sell at that price, it's got to get back down there. And right now it's struggling with this previous resistance that it had yesterday during intraday, which is the 32.20, and it's pulling back now. But the prices that they were talking about, $23 and 20.44, is all the way down here. So I guess I can add another support line here. $23. So it can pull back all the way into this little range here. And that would be a nice move down. That's a $7 move down. So what I want to see is this thing, now that we have the news, is this thing going to show that on the chart pattern? It had this descending downtrend from yesterday, and I wonder, is it going to crash back into this downtrend and continue downwards to reach those prices? I forgot, I think it was Morgan Stanley that raised their price to $30, but they've been at $30 and they can't seem to hold it. So let me see, was that Morgan? Yeah, Morgan Stanley maintains equal weight. They set the price target from $25 to $30, so it's already hit its price target, and they already said that they were going to do a public offering. So I'm looking for this thing to come on back down to this $23 area, $20 area, and we'll see what happens down there. Right now it has a little bit of liquidity, not really getting fast movement. The fast mover this morning was ADGI, or not really the fast mover, the mover with the most liquidity, the most shares traded, which is 15 million, was ADGI. So I'm just gonna have to see what they're trying to do, but I'm gonna be patient. I've had a great week, even though I wasn't streaming or trading. I've had a great week, so just want to make the week even better with some good quality setups out here in the market. Over here on TOS, I was also looking at the daily chart for IGMS. Good morning, Donnell. Looking at the daily chart for IGMS, so it has a gap fill up here to the $44. So if it does get moving, that could be a major level of resistance, especially with it being under the 200 moving average. If we look up here at the yearly chart, it's been out for what, 4 years? 1, 2, 3, 4. Has a nice little run up to 133, came all the way down to $20. So right now it's sitting in an indecision Has made its way down here, had a little pop. Actually, let me see if there's any kind of plausible trend lines on these from the top. Let's see, 133. Where would this trend be? And then I'll extend this trend, extend to the right. So it's got a nice little downtrend. It's still within either way it goes. Actually, I should have done that on the yearly, I guess. Because that's the largest time frame we got. It's a pretty big downtrend though. I might just mark it on each one of these time frames and see which one it starts respecting. But anyway, I'll extend these to the left or the right. It has a nice little downtrend trying to make its way back up, and we haven't been able to see a uptrend yet. It just came from the 13, and maybe it'll start uptrending back up to this downtrend, but that is a lot of work to do back up to the 70s. It is a low float though. It's got 8.5 million in the float, I believe. Let me make sure that is accurate. Yeah, 8.45 million in the float. So very, very low float. But we gotta see some we gotta see some reasoning why it's gonna be going up or continuing up, especially under the 200 moving average. Let's jump back over here to the scans. Hustle. Hustle is moving up, but I don't like that low liquidity. I'd rather trade something with that's high liquid for a day trade. ADGI was another one that is up 50%. It had a level up here of the 32 drop down to the $3 or $8 there, and has this top of 17 and another top here of 1127. So it has plenty of resistance in front of it. Yep. So we'll just have to see how it reacts. It has a level at the 10, almost $11, and then right at that 1750-ish level, and then in this gap fill, I don't know how it will react. But over here on the daily charts, it's not looking too good during pre-market. This is the 4-hour chart. Look how much it's giving back. Got all the way up here to the 712s, came back down to the 559s, and just really, really small candles. Even being high liquid or having a lot of trades on it, seems like people have kind of avoided it. So we will see what it wants to do on the open. Let me see if I can see anything else getting some volume. We do have some higher float movers out here still moving around. MU has 1 million shares traded during pre-market. Apple had a huge run up there. NIO fighting a nice little downtrend. Looks like quite a bit of a downtrend. Let me look at Tesla. Tesla, man, that thing's gotta pull back. Look at all that running it did. That's dangerous. But right now it's floating around that 1087, so we'll see. I also saw Robinhood yesterday afternoon, but man, look at this daily chart. It just does not look like it has any one direction. It just inches around basically. One that I kind of looked at was INDO as well, but it's just so low liquid. It came down here and it's holding around that over the $20 level again, but it just doesn't have any liquidity. Touched down here at the 20, then came down and tested this same level, but still holding that uptrend there. And I mean, it just isn't a trade that I want to take because I know I have to hold it for a couple of days, and I would rather just take a nice little day trade and be done. But with this liquidity, this is not gonna be a day trade. You got to hold that, and the risk here will be the $20. If you look here on the uptrend 2015, so you'll be risking $4 there to see if it can move up, and I'm just not willing. I want to see something getting on up there that I can make money on today. The SPY is back up to the 460s. That previous level that it had that double top on, it cracked it, and man, it just forever continues to break away from this original downtrend. I want to see if we can kind of see some kind of uptrend, but it's got to come down and make a new low on the 4-hour chart. Got about 15 minutes to the bell. If you guys are seeing anything that I'm not seeing, please post it. Oh yeah, there's Danielle. Hit me up now. DRCT. DRCT small cap land, very low float. Let's check it out. DRCT. Where are our supports and resistance levels? Let's check out the big time frames first. It looks like it hasn't been out. It's only been out for about a year. February, March, or not even a year, just this year. Because it's got February, March here. Has a top of the 435. 435. It is currently above that top. It's made it above that top during pre-market. So can it come down and test this 435 before it continues up will be the question. But I would like to see it come down and test that 435. It's only 40 cents above it. That could be a nice little bounce there. Let's see. Let me look on the smaller time frames. Well, actually, let me check the news first. Direct Digital Holding shares, and let me transfer over here to the other screen. Direct Digital Holding shares are trading higher after the company reported year-over-year increase in Q4 sales results and issued Q1 sales resistance above analyst estimates. Okay. Why is it soaring in after hours? Let's see. All right, Direct Digital Holdings shares surging fourth quarter 95% year over year, 6.3 million to 12.9 million. That's some good growth for a little stock like that. Let's see, the stock was up 51% in after hours, trading at 391. at press time. So definitely jumped up $1. But levels to watch is that 435 for a bounce off of that 435. Let's see. It consolidated in here during pre-market, but all of this is pre-market data. At a bottom of the 330s, which seemed to hold a little bit. 330. Previous top that it's sitting on is the 415. Actually, let me look at the 4 hour. 4 hours just been going straight up. 1 hour is where I should start. 415 here is a nice little support. May give a little bounce area. And then that 435 support. So somewhere in here, it could have a nice little bounce back up. Let's see what else we got. So on the 15 minute, same thing. $15-minute, see, 390 could be a spot. Maybe a little wider support than I thought. So 390 up to this little area in here. 435 down to 390. Could be a nice little buy up spot if they're gonna do it. It's got 16 million shares traded on it, so definitely getting some attention. Or 15. I guess another question we can ask is, will this trend hold up? So it closed, looks like the 250. I guess I could start it from here. Nice little trend there. We can actually watch the trend and these previous support levels to see which one it starts respecting. Let me see if I can draw that on the other ones. Okay. MS says, good morning. Check out FUBU from yesterday, volume spike, FUBO. Let me check out the larger time frames first. FUBO, pop over here. So we see year over year, had a nice little green year, gave back a lot of profit. Another try back up there, gave back that profit. Came on down, let's see. So on the monthly, I guess we can do what we did on the other one and kind of try to identify trends first. So it had this initial trend that is tried to hold out of here. Let's see, extend to the right. Trying to hold out of that, and we'll see if it can start to, and what price is it at yet right now? FUBU is at 751, or FUBO, whatever it is. Holding out of that trend there, but it's got to get started on an uptrend. It does not need to break down. What is that, the $5 or 650 level under that? Yeah, about the 650. Okay, so let's go check it out on the other charts. All right, so on the 4-hour chart, it came down here to the 618 twice. So we have a support down here 618. We have a little bit of a trend forming with a higher low. Right there, so it touched that spot twice. We have a little bit of a top here. What is this? What price is this? $8. Around the $8 level looks like a nice little resistance. But it is uptrending there on low volume. Let me read some of the news for it. Okay. CNBC final trades, Paramount, United Health, Dutch Bros, and this stock is down over 50%. All the stocks moved. Okay, anything about FOBU though? It names Julie Haddon to the board. This earnings or something? What is this? JP Morgan downgrades FUBU TV to neutral, lowers price target to 12. Let me go out to the web. Statistics. Float is 145 million. What exactly does this company do? That's what I need to know. I know it's a TV, whatever, but do they have who all is in on this? We got 530 employees, industry broadcasting, based out of the United States, New York. Operates a live TV streaming platform for live sports, news, and entertainment content in the US. Okay. If the US starts to lock down again, maybe it'll get some real movement. I don't know if it's going to happen, like in China, how they lock back down. Let me go back to the summary. Ubu outpaces stock market gains. What you should know. That was 2 days ago. Hires a new chief business officer. Julie Haddon appointed. Is worth double based in its growth metrics. Okay, well, you never know if it's worth double until you actually see it worth double. Okay. I mean, if that's that would probably be a longer term hold to see if the U.S. if we have another COVID breakout, maybe we may see something. But this isn't a low float, so you probably can't expect it to just rip. It'll be more of a hold, and it'll probably be very choppy. Because it doesn't have big range. Like if we look back here on the 4-hour chart, what's the range here? It moved a dollar, basically a dollar from 6 up to, or not really, $2 range here. But how many days did it take it to do that move? On the first time, it took it what? 1, 2, almost 2 days, came back down. How many days did it take it to get back up there? 1, 2, 3, 4 days. So the first time it took 2 on that initial spike up. And then 4 days, and then it came back down but made a higher low. So we have a support at right around that 675, and it's just kind of working its way. So it may be a longer term hold if you're looking for a longer term investment, especially if news pops that the US is going to start locking down again, if that happens. But that's a lot of ifs. DRCT still making its moves up. MS says rumors of a takeover and high options push yesterday. Okay. Lightning Rick says greeting folks. Good morning, Lightning Rick. And no problem, MS. If you guys have any other tickers we can look at, you can drop them in the chat. But as for now, we have ADGI getting the most liquid out of pre-market. We have a minute and 30 seconds till the open. And we'll see. Let's see if Hustle ends up failing out. And let me see where oil is right now. Oil is at the 107, so it looked okay. I guess we can look at it real quick before the open pops. It's just holding this little range here, came down, got bought back off the 98s into these levels. I don't know what oil wants to do. I know they had a little bit of a scare. Germany, there was news about Germany hiking price. Yeah, right here. Germany braces for less gas as Russia demands ruble payments. So I don't know, man. I don't know about what oil wants to do. $15 seconds left for the open. We'll watch ADGI and wait. We'll watch these two. DRCT coming out. Getting on up there to the fives, but I think it has room to pull on back down. It has a little bit of pre-market trend here, which I don't know how valid this pre-market trend is. The 358 break would break that pre-market trend. And then ADGI, definitely not looking. Look at that 4 hour. Oh my goodness, no. All right, so we'll just watch this one for now. DRCT. Four hour, let's see. For it to go red on this, it would need to break down to 465 for the 4 hour to go red. It's up 7% since the open. Breaking over that $5. So it should be popping on my scanners in a little bit. DRCT. So it had a nice move from the open of 460 up to the 560. So about $1 rip there. Up 107%. 107%. Yeah, Donnell, you cannot chase that one. It's got it's got way too much reason to come back down. but I really want to see what levels it starts to respect. The previous consolidation level here is this 415 level, and then it has the uptrend, which is now, let's see, 360 would be the break of the 360 would be a little bit of weakness, and then this previous 350 level, which I need to put in there for support. 350. And when I put these in here, these are supports that I'm looking to get tested. Not saying that, oh, it's going to hold up because it has this much support, but rather, hey, let's look for a test of these support. Especially with a cheaper stock like this one. Oil jumped up. What was that notification? Oil is up to the 108s right now. Let's see what INDO is. It starting to get some pumps of volume? Nah, that's still not enough liquid for me. Not it. What's up, Lori? I'm doing good. Just I mean, had some work come up that I had to get done. Got a lot of work done in these last 2 days. And gonna be finishing up the process today and getting that lump sum. The RCT has a high there of the 550. Well, it almost got to the 550. There it goes. VWAP right now is at the 512 on it. Okay. What I say? VWAP is at the 512 right now. We'll see how the retail traders feel about it coming down through VWAP. Will they get scared and will we see a cascade come down here real quick, or what? Will they be faithful enough to hold? Yep, finally came on my scanner. I don't know why, but I'm seeing ISIG too. What's going on there? ISIG. What's the news on this one? Because I know this is a previous mover, I believe. Shares of companies in the broader communication services trading lower. No, that can't be the right news. Peak. I don't know why Insignia Systems are getting a spike there. But they got to come on with that liquidity. What's up, Daniel B? So because oil is coming on back up to the 108s, some of these oil stocks are getting a little bit of attention. Go back to my watch list here. Hustle, INDO. Some of these oil plays are getting that attention again. All right, coming on down. We'll see how they treat those longs that bought up here. If they chased it, they're about to get hurt probably. There's INDO finally ripping up, but it's got to get more liquid. I cannot touch that with that liquidity. I'm good. ISIG looks like it ran into a support level that I put in there some time ago. DRCT. Who wants to set up and show us some obvious plays today? So it tried to flush, came down to the 490s, right at that 9 EMA. Looks like some buyers came in, but I think they're gonna get pushed out of there. If they just bought on the indicator, they may get pushed out because this thing is heavy, heavy. Crack down to the 480s right now will probably take their little breath away. ISIG still struggling around that point as well. Now it's the 485. Waiting for it to break because I know there's going to be a cascade of sell off. INDO holding above that previous uptrend, just not getting fed the volume. ISIG pushing out of there just a little bit. Fake breakout right there, looks like. 1150. Can it continue to push? Very low float on ISIG as well. See how spicy Wednesday wants to be. Only 1 million shares traded on this one. DRCT looking heavier and heavier. Okay. Threw a little bit up there through the 1150s. Where's the previous level for this thing? I see. Previous level is the 1198, so we should see a lot of resistance around this level, 1198. So I'll draw that as resistance. Even though it's past it, I believe it's going to get shorted down real quick through that 12. We should see some nice downwards movement on it. Literally has no reason to be up, so pretty sure the shorts are going to do their job. DRCT still looking like it wants to break down. What is it now? The 485. Looking for that cascade through there. Wow, INDO up to $25. Looks like what's this other one? IGMS from yesterday. It's trying to get back up as well. But just not really pushing away from this just yet. This downtrend, which is the 26.24 right now. We'll see if it can get back down into that. $11.98. She'll get a nice push down here. They're really trying to get it up, but it's gonna fail there. One Life says he's swinging INDO average 22.97. Nice. Yeah, that's the best way to play that one because I got knocked out of it. I sold mine once it broke down. I was like, you know what? I'm in too high. My original entry was $22, but I just sold it. I was like, man, I'm okay. Let's see what oil is doing. Oil is at the 108.50s. Looks like INDO is losing its gusto up there at the top. But if you're in at 22, you shouldn't be too worried. The bottom of this candle is what, the 23? So we need to move down quite a bit back to this uptrend for you to even be worried. This thing's taking all day just to crash the 1198s. Okay. What's this? 485. I don't like that movement. Even with that low float, struggling. All right, 1198. Finally taking its rightful position as a short position. Looks like DRCT finally did break down that 485-ish level, coming on down. The area that I had spotted for it is still working its way down to it, from the 430 down to that 389, right at this uptrend. But if it breaks that, that means it's going to end up closing even lower than its close yesterday. Donnell said he almost bought DRCT at 508. Yeah. Tell you, man, that cascade was coming. It's got to pull back. The pre-market levels mean nothing. Like, it's got to test them during intraday. Okay. FUBO was called out earlier today. FOBO did get up. It did get up a little bit. Was this from the only 30 cents? Only 30 cents. It looks massive on the 4 hour, but 30 cents. Hustle. IGMS finding a little top there right under the 30. ISG trying to get back and hold those 12s. It did test under the 1198s, that previous resistance, but it looks like they want to hold it up here. 1250 would be the break spot, but it may be a fake break. Well, going back to test 1198 again, but maybe a fake break here at the 1250. We'll see. Let's see what they can do. Getting a lot of resistance right under that 1250. Need to see 1225s, the break of the quarter, and then break of the 40. 1240s here. There's the 30s. 39, 40, right back down to the 25. Can we see the 40s hold? Getting pushed down off that level. right all the way back under. Oh, look at those numbers drop. Back under the $quarter level. A lot of resistance up there to 1250. Nice fake break. INDO. The crazy thing, usually when the SPY is coming down, those oil stocks are doing a lot better. But now the SPY is kind of just at that 160 going sideways, and oil stocks are still making their move up. We haven't cracked 109 yet, but we're getting close. We're at 108.60. DRCT, what did it end up doing here? Wow, DRCT still making them pay for trading those cheap stocks. Making them pay, boy. Trading those cheap stocks and not realizing that pre-market values don't matter. It's got to come down and test. Okay, this one got pushed all the way back down to the 1198 again. Will it reconfirm that 1198 as resistance is the question after a fake break. CISIG hustle. Lori says double top on ISIG. Let me pop over there. Oh yeah, it did test this area again. Yeah, that 1203-ish area. Yeah, that's looking real dangerous there. Real dangerous. Well, it tried to get the 1198 back, and they're still buying it up here. They may get dumped on. They're trying to hold in this level after a fake break, so we shall see. And I continue to see that 1190 numbers below the 1198 right here. There's the 12s. Can we get back down? Yep, 1198 again on the bid. Not good. I don't like that motion. So this break may be an actual real break. It had its fake break. Are people going to get brave enough to hold it through the 1250? I just don't like the motion. Even if it explodes, it's just not a good motion. Too unpredictable. INDO coming on back under the 25s. IGMS tried to get up there. Not seeing any clear trends set up there in intraday yet. Okay, DRCT came down to my original idea, which was 430. Find a little bit of resistance or support there, but I think it can come on down. It's probably going to be a grinding down. Failing to keep that 1198, so I believe this is going to end up diving here in a second. Let's see if they can break down the 1190s here on the bid. 1180s, 85, 90. Trying to hold those 90s there. See if they can get the 70s and the break of the 75, 1175 for a $0.25 breakdown. Back over here to INDO. Quick pump. So maybe 40 cents on this move up for Fubo. Just not what we're looking for. Looks like we're about to break into the back over the 460s, 61 here on the SPY. 461 just got broken. We'll see how well that holds up. Can it push these levels of the 460.60 or 461.60? 15-minute, the body of this candle is 11.98. It continues to try to hold. Losing volume though. The original volume got up to 1 million shares traded, and now it is nowhere near that. So probably gonna give us a nice little fade there. Okay, this is another try to break. This is the 1230s. It might actually break here though. It's been holding these levels a little bit too long. Yep. So 1250, those shorts are gonna get pushed out of their position if they're not heavy enough up here. They got to keep it under the 1250. Seeing the $0.25 come back on, can it break? Breaking through the $0.25 on the bid. 30s coming up, 40s. Yep. 1250 touch. Is this a stock that's going to do continuous fake breakouts? Looking like it's not. Getting on up there on this break on ISIG. It is not playing now. Previous level that held was a 12, so we will see what kind of sell-off it gets after this. Has no news, so we'll see. Jumped up there 80 cents on that rip out. Up to 13. ISIG, where are your levels at? Now this may be the stand-up guy on the day. Everything else is kind of losing volume, but ISIG is gaining volume now. Up 33% since the open. Getting some snaps down. If this thing revisits the 11.98, something's wrong. Almost up to the 1350s. Can we see a big old top and tail? Okay, so I need to create some documents here later today. Well, at least we're watching the right stock on the day. Very low float ISIG. Just no reason. No reason, that's all. Their sales were down year over year from 5.11 million to 4.5 or 4.50 million. I don't know. I don't know, man. Let's see. Yeah, One Life. I don't know if you know this, but I don't care. I want a predictable move that I can get in on a good entry. I watched this thing. I was waiting for it to crash. I mean, sometimes that happens though. I'd rather just be like, oh, okay. Gave a $2 move. Let's see what it's going to do throughout the day. Because this is just the start. Did you get into that One Life? Did you? I'm sure you took that trade, right? Sure, you took that trade. DRCT still going down. What's INDO? Nah, One Life. Go ahead and trade, bro. Get in there, man. You got to get your feet wet. I'm just too picky. I'm okay. I don't care about luck and all that. I just want a good thesis statement to why I'm taking a trade. I don't care if it rips $15 for no reason. It's okay. If I had no kind of reason to hold it, hey, I'm okay. Trust me, I am 100%. Cause the thing is, either way it goes, I know I'm gonna make money today. After I close this stream out, I'm gonna go make a lot of money. Either way, all I have to do is not be red in the market. That's it. That's my only thing that I have to do. So let's see if this thing sets up a obvious trend. And yes, I'm going to be stupid picky. I'm going to be like a little baby throwing a tantrum when he doesn't get what he wants. Only difference is throwing a tantrum is not pressing the buy button. INDO back down. Wow, that thing lost its volume a little bit. Hire you as a security job, man, you couldn't handle it. I give you something to do, man. You'd be like, what in the world? That don't make no sense. Are you okay with computers? Are you okay with do you know about like networking and stuff? What's your comfortability of solving a security issue? Oh, I'll train you. Got you. Got you. Yeah, I could train you, I guess. Been doing it for what, 10 years? So, yeah, I could train you. Like in the movie. And then something comes up and One Life is like, bruh, I don't know what happened, bruh. It just wouldn't stop blowing up. Everything I touched just blew up. Nah, man, it's not that difficult. It's just intricate. And in each situation changes with, what you have to work with. Mm, I love working from the side where I'm already in the winning position where no one's got hacked yet. I can set up what I need to set up. I can do that kind of stuff rather than trying to go into something that's already been infiltrated because it's almost impossible. Like once they got control, it's over. If I get control, it's over. do what I want. All right, so it's just floating around that first level on DRCT. Could not hold up that $5 level. IGMS, like I discussed earlier, they have their public offering for $23. Well, they changed it. Yesterday they said $20.44 will be their public offering. Then today, this morning, they said $23. So either way it goes, it's got to go down to accomplish that. All right, still no obvious trends on the higher time frames though. ISIG gave back a lot of the gusto right there. So we'll see how this trend plays out now. And can it give us more data for our higher time frames? So almost got 10 million shares traded. Let me go look at ISIG. I don't know why this thing is 7 penny stock bubbles that are bound to burst. Wow. Okay. Statistics. 1.07 million in the float. So just as easily as it can have a big range up, it can have a big range down. One Life says the question is, am I trainable? Man, One Life, you'll be surprised, man, how much you can learn in a quick time, when the stress is on. When somebody's like, you know what? I'm gonna pay you this much money to do this job. I'll pay you like, let's say if it's like a couple $1,000. Let's say it's a $5,000 job. And in your contract, you say, okay, well, if it's a $5,000 job, if we complete it early, can we get a bonus? if we get it done before your supposed date, throw in a bonus. That's how I do it. And for the most part, I complete stuff before the date anyway. Give me an extra. Well, it depends on what you're doing too. If it's like a lot of equipment installing, like some level 2, level 1, level 3 switches, or a full rack, that's gonna take you a while. One Life says I'm short Lulu at 374. Lulu at 374. How'd you get in that? Three. Oh man, you top ticked it. 374 is right at the top. What was the news on Lulu? There's a storm brewing outside. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but it sounds like it's growling outside. Boy, that's a questionable buy there. If you look at the daily chart on Lulu, you got in at 74, you might get torched there. I don't know how much profit you're looking for, but you might get torched. Had a nice little gap up. What's your reasoning for it to be going down? Credit Suisse trims Lulu from 465 to 450. Notes 22% multiple contraction among, wait, let me bring y'all over here. Among peers, keeps outperform rating. Lulu Athletica's return on invested capital overview. This is a something bank. I cannot say that word. I just can't. Um, you could be a day early, but you'll see. Yeah, I don't know about that one, man. That's a questionable play, man. 374. You with this kind of uptrend, I don't know. I don't know, and I also don't know what positioning. You might took a small little starter position instead of taking a big one. So I don't know. Still seeing ISIG come down. We want to see an obvious setup. That first one was not obvious. Fubo closed down its range, moved down 10 cents. I do not like that. 10-cent moves are not what we're looking for. Hustle gave up the ghost today. Let's see, the INDO give up the ghost too. Just about. We'll continue looking. Doika is what Lauren put in. Doika Bank. Doika Bank. Deutsche. Oh my goodness. Boy, they're like, man, say this word right. Your life depends on it. No more HH Trader. One Life says, DB says, One Life, you short in Lulu. Hmm. One Life says, I have nothing to lose. Boy, what a statement. I have nothing to lose. That's how I want to get. I want to get in the market. No matter what position I take, I know I have nothing to lose. Anything else popping up here on the scanners though? BEKE. That one's always getting little movements. See how far it moved today from the 1298 up to the 14. Look at it. BEKE. Break even is my exit, so how much will I lose? Yeah, you're right. You're right. No arguments there. Unless it happens during unless it happens during the aftermarket and then you just wake up and it's gapped up. But I guess you could, well, how would you do that? You'll say I don't know how you do that during the after hours while you're it's moved up what a oh it only moved up $1. Okay, that's not huge. Let's see, ADIQ, nothing else really. What is AMBC? AMBAC financial plans up to 20 million share repurchase after dumping. Look at that dump. 13 down to 8. So they're trying to buy their shares back. Okay, trying to increase their value or whatever. Don't want no parts of that. I think we got the watch list that we need to be watching for today, though. ISIG, nice little downtrend on the 5-minute, but it has not certified it on any higher time frames. INDO continuing on down. and lost this volume. Never did get even 500,000 shares traded on it. That's what I'm saying. I need liquidity for a day trade. If you're in this holding it, you're good to go. You know, if you bought it back down here to 20, but for a day trade, gotta have that liquidity. Wow. Let's see. So we're again testing the 430 level. Getting on through it though. Coming on down to this bottom 387. And will it, I want to see, will it break down this 375-ish area on the day? Because that would erase everything it did in pre-market, pretty much. Let me see. One Life says, bro, I will know before the day how the trade goes. Cash account traders think that loss potential buying wait. Cash account traders think that loss of potential buying power if trade goes against you. Margin with no PDT sees less risk if trade automatically goes in your direction. You right, you right. DRC, can we put a plausible downtrend in here now? Probably. Nah, I don't like that downtrend. ISIG still. Okay. Beaky getting a nice little pump there. BEKE, did it have, it had a little bit of news. Beaky appoints new independent director. Let's see. New independent director, shares of such several Chinese companies are trading. KE Holdings. Yeah. Oh, power outages and all this stuff, man. Ah, this storm is, you know, that's what I hate. That's the only thing I hate about storms. When you're dealing with security, you get security alerts out the wazoo when power's out. This isn't connecting. This isn't connecting. This needs to be repowered. This blah 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 blah. All the way up the line. Systems disconnected. Yep, so not seeing any obvious setups yet. INDO gave back pretty much everything that it got from the beginning. 24 up to 26 and just came on down. I'm gonna take INDO off for now. Don't think it's gonna be doing anything crazy. But ISIG, with this liquidity, I do like it. Just needs to set up, it needs to test this downtrend and then fail again. And then I want to be in on that third try to break that downtrend. DRCT, I've given up hope on that one, removing that one from the watch. ADGI, also trash. Hustle, trash. SPY still floating around that 160 level. Oh, GD was probably talking about, yeah, Dallas says it's all trash for breakout so far. And then GD was probably talking about your earlier comment about the cash account. One Life. Orlando says if Fubo breaks 8, it'll go insane. Did I take that off? Let me see. You think if it breaks 8, it'll go insane? ISIG looking for the retest. I wanted to retest and fail this downtrend. I do not want to buy a breakout here. We've seen breakouts fail, so I want to be buying low on the failure. Right now, the trend is at the 1350, so it's 25 cents away from it. Looking for it to fail. Well, speak of the devil. And then Fubo. Yeah, it's moving slow, but it is working its way up to that top of the 788. But again, we've seen these breakouts fail all morning. So does it have enough gusto or potential to go through that level? Fubo, where's Fubo? It's only 3 million shares traded too, so I have to type that in. No, I don't like that. No. Even if it gets through the 8. Nah, I'm good. Okay, we see ISIG going up here and touching the downtrend. Want to see a failure here. That way we can have a nice little downturn on our higher time frames as well starting. Yep, respecting that trend. I like it. Has this previous bottom down here of the 1209, which I'll put as a little bit of support, where we thought it was a double top, but definitely got moving. Getting up there, testing it again. Still don't want it. Throwing a wick up there, very quick wick. It's probably gonna get shoved down now. Woo! Let's see if it gets shoved down. Definitely respecting that downtrend there. See if it can break down to 1325. How much time is on this? We got about 30 seconds on this candle. There it is. So we got a nice test, and now the third one is what I'm interested in. The third test of this trend. Yes. Follow the plan. Now, if it just dives down here to $11, then it's gonna be a while before it gets back up to that trend. B B key continuing up. Opening right at the trend again. Let's see that failure. 324 here. Can we see the breakdown of the 13s? Now we're getting an obvious trend setup that we can actually see. Not buying breakouts, but just looking for obvious plays. That's it. One Life says you love Fubo TV though. I'm getting a breakdown of the 13 here off these levels. Nice, nice, nice. Let's see, Fubo. Where you at? Came up here and broke a little bit of the 789 up to the so about a 10-cent breakout, then pull back. Nice, 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 nice. So now we're seeing what we want to see. I don't know if this is going to be a valid trend. If it pops back through, I'm going to leave that there. See if we can validate on multiple time frames for a breakout. Orlando says, DB says he does not like Fubo. Orlando says, look at the weekly on it and see how strong that $8 level is. Okay, let's jump over here to TOS and look at this weekly chart on Fubo. So the yearly chart, nice and red. Monthly chart has a nice little downtrend. It had an original downtrend of right here, and it's just kind of still following it. It's staying on top of it, but kind of following it and breaking away from it now. At Fubo, on the weekly chart, it has the $8 as resistance here, so it is kind of tight range here. But it is fighting a downtrend. So what is the possibility of it actually breaking that 8? That 8 there is the question. Especially with the news. Let's look back through this news again. I didn't really see any news on it that would cause it to break that 8. Let me see. Professional fighters. No, that's way back there. Let's jump back over here real quick. Where, okay, that was a month ago. Expert ratings for TV, Ukraine. I just didn't see any news that would cause this thing to break that 8. I don't know. Maybe I'm just short biased on it. I don't know. Okay, ISIG coming on down here. Nice, nice, nice. And then we're looking for that third test. Now let me see where it could fall to. I think I put on there the top of this one, support at that 1203 down there. Put that out here as well. 1203. Okay. Hour chart starting to transition into a big red level. And this will be one test of the trend, two tests of the trend, and we're looking for that third test. But it's giving back a whole lot of profit back to this original break point of the 1198, which we got so far away from. Got so far away from, and it's pushing right back to 1198. Fubo. Dallas says ISIG is about to do a longer run reversal. A scalp might be viable. That's what I'm looking for, is a scalp. But with the way it's looking now, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Orlando says not gonna trade Fubo because it's garbage. Daniel B says I have Comcast. Did I read all of? No. Dallas says ISIG run reversal. A scalp might be viable, but I wouldn't trade it. I checked the volume rotation in conjunction with this upward trend. And then One Life says Fubo would be better if it was over $8 and using $8 as a support for several days. No meat on the bone under 8. Exactly. And then One Life says, Daniel B, I don't have Fubo either. So we've come down to this. If it breaks strong through this 1198 level, ain't no way I'm touching it. Because 1198 was the previous level of resistance. It's right back down to it. Okay, let's jump over to the scans and see AMBC still up there. Gapped up 884, whatever. Just a financial group. ADGI, IQ. Beaky. All right. But you were a previous owner of Fubu several times. ISIG, giving up the ghost here. Where'd it go? Giving up the ghost here back through that 1198 level. So not looking good at all. I don't know if it's going to be able to get back up to that uptrend in the time that I'm going to be here. That's going to take a little bit of time to recover all that. Fubo looking very, very close to the $8. Actually, wait a minute. On Fubo, is this a double top? Wait a minute. We got a double top at the 798s. Wait a minute. That's looking real dangerous right there. There is definitely no meat on that bone. I didn't even see that. Matter of fact, it's been up here before. 1, 2, 3, and failed every time. So be very careful on that not 798. Very careful on that. Woo. ISIG getting on back down there. Yeah, ISIG is a dead dog, man. Got shot in the head. Beaky finally pulling back. IGMS. I don't like the way it's going sideways here. It looks like it's kind of gravitating downwards. So glad I didn't touch that one from yesterday. The SPY is actually coming back down to the 460. Maybe for a test, maybe a little check down. Back up to that 796, right at that 798 level. I want to see the action once it hits there. It's only 2 cents away. It's like people are getting scared at that level or something. Don't know why. Maybe because it's a huge resistance. I don't like the way that thing's moving. So to test this downtrend again, it's got to get all the way back up here to the break the 13s. That's a whole dollar resistance. That's one reason to stay away from this thing. It has to break a whole dollar resistance again. It's got to break a quarter and a whole dollar resistance. So this ain't nothing but resistance here. 1250. So that's a lot of resistance there. So ISIG, no touch. BECAN, IGMS is waking up for some reason a little bit. Let's see. Do you have an obvious setup or no? During the intraday, we got this nice little small trend. Nah, that's not a setup I like. Not a setup I like right there. Looking quite heavy at the 798 level. Dallas says ISIG scalp signal. Yeah, but that thing's got a. I mean, the most that you can get is maybe a 1250 try. But look at this. Look at the higher time frames on this as well. They're telling me no, sir, don't do it. But like you said, it's scalp potential, so that makes sense. IP. Okay. Okay. We'll get to all that. All right, coming on back down to the 460s. Will we go ahead and break it on the spot here? Break it on down. SPY has such a big run there. 416, $50 run basically. Fubo coming on down. Yeah, Dallas. I'm definitely not touching it. Looks like a disaster waiting to happen. And it has no catalyst to get it back up there. That's the thing. The only way it's going to get back up there is if it's pure technical analysis for a nice little breakout scalp for a couple of cents and get out. Maybe 10, 20, 30 cents. Because it has an okay range, but no reason. No reason to risk that today. I am green as long as I'm not red in the market. Okay. Let's see. Do I see anything else? If y'all see anything else, drop it in the chat. We can check it out real quick. I'm not really seeing a whole lot, and not willing to sit here and just watch these things puddle around. Don't have any topics or anything to discuss as of now. So, you guys can hit the like button. I forgot to say that. Hit the like, and if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. If you want to join the Discord, you can go out and check out the website, frameworkfortune.com. We've been revamping that website, working on it. And man, we just wanted to become better and better and better as we go, and give better information as we go as well. But yeah, if you have like trade ideas, if you want to drop articles, if you have documents that you just want people to read or something like that, anything, you can drop it in the Discord. We can talk about it as a community, and see if we can come to any kind of feasible thesis for why things are moving the way they're moving, and capitalize on that movement. Trying to think anything else that I need to say. I don't think so. Yeah. Not a lot of hope for any of these. So probably just avoid it. And the only true way to avoid it is to stop looking at it. Appreciate you guys. Oh, let me see. Dallas says, or no, Lori says CLVR first. CLVR, I don't know what that thing is. Does it have any kind of volume? It has a little bit of volume, $3. I can look at it real quick before I get going. CLVR. Let's jump over here. TOS. Looking at the daily chart. It has not had a green year. It is in an indecision. Had a nice little pull down to this level, 91 cents, and now is at $3.02. What kind of news is behind this, or what kind of company is this rather? CLVR. Profile. Let's see. Drug manufacturers and specialty and generic. Where's this based out of? United States, Boca Raton, Florida. Boca Raton. I don't know, man. I don't know if you're supposed to roll the R on that. I don't know if that's a Hispanic name or what. Cleaver Leaves Holdings Inc. operates as a cannabis company. The company operates through two segments: cannabinoid and non-cannabinoid. The cannabinoid segment engages in cultivation, extraction, manufacturing, and commercialization of cannabinoid products internationally. The non-cannabinoid segment is involved in formulating, manufacturing, marketing, selling, distributing, and commercializing homeopathic and other natural remedies, wellness products, detoxification products, let's get my tongue right, nutraceuticals, and nutrition and dietary supplements for mass retailers, specialty and health retail. Oh my goodness. Okay. So yeah, that's what they do. It's a cannabinoid company. Let's look at their statistics. Float of 15 million. Shares outstanding about 30. Let's see. They are in the red on their cash flow reported. Let's go to the summary and look at their actual news. Weekly roundup on cannabis sector, psychedelic sector. Clever Leaves reports fourth quarter. That was 6 days ago. They reported their earnings. I don't know. I don't know about that one. It didn't have a huge gap up. So let me flip back over here to TOS. It's got a top here of the $4, looks like. And it started from the 170. That wasn't a huge gap up though. It was like a little gap up, then it moved up and came back down and gave all its profits back. I don't know about that one. Um, let me see. Let me read some of the comments. CLVR has been traded several times. Dallas says, actually, man, break even is a loss. The reason why is because it costs time. True. GD agree. Okay, One Life says back in 2019, I believe in the pot mania cycle. Unless you learned, GD says, unless you learned something meaningful. Dallas says, I missed the trade on CLVR. It's an open interest sweep play. I can't see it with those tools. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And when we don't know, we just, just kind of let things live and see what they want to do. But anyway, I'm about to sign off. I'm not going to take any trades today. I'm going to make some money doing something else. And appreciate you guys for stopping through, dropping your comments. Dallas, GD, One Life, Daniel B, Lori. I know MS was in here for a second. Lauren, appreciate all of you guys dropping through. Let's see. Donnell, may have already said him. Lightning Rick, SB, appreciate you guys. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. I will be streaming tomorrow morning. I got a whole chunk of work knocked out in these first 2 days. I'll be streaming tomorrow morning. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace.